My name is Johnny Geib, and I run and operate HomeStudioTrainer.com. The biggest thing about Studio One, especially the new version 4, is it completely takes the technology out of your way. It lets you be a musician. It lets you be a songwriter. It lets you be a producer, producing and helping other people mix their music. As a drummer and a drum sound kind of producer, I'm really looking forward to the Impact XT improvements. A lot more ability for drummers to actually hook up a V-drum kit and be able to trigger things naturally with hi-hat, open and close hi-hat, cancellation, a whole bunch of new features in Impact XT, not to mention being able to just use more than 16 pads. You can edit more. You can send tracks from a track directly into Impact to an Impact pad, which is cool. So if you're sampling a snare drum, you can sample it at different levels, cut it into pieces, highlight the pieces, and say send it to a new Impact, and it'll open up and it'll assign all of the sounds to the pads for you. So it takes seconds to sample a whole drum kit and actually have it populate the pads. There's also Sample One XT, which is really big for a lot of the users that use the MPC, because you can really edit up a sample, and like Impact, you can right click on any track that you have, any event, and you can send it to a new Sample One for further editing. You've got keyboard splits in there now. You've got all sorts of effect editing that you can actually put into Sample One. I think that the MPC people are going to look at Impact XT and Sample One XT, and they're really going to say, wow, I don't need my MPC anymore. I think some of the biggest improvements, I think that a lot of people that are using other DAWs that use a lot of VST plugins and instruments, I think they're going to like a lot of the new MIDI options, especially the drum editor that is now finally in Studio One, to where you have the ability to edit your MIDI drums, to be able to drag in those MIDI loops and then open up the drum editor and edit them like drum hits instead of like piano hits. So you can really see every edit. You can group highlight. You can edit everything from your velocity to your note length, and whether you want the note to cut off or not. So it's for drum editors, it's huge. Being a drummer myself and doing MIDI production on drums and drum tracks for clients and stuff, that's one of the best MIDI features that I've seen so far. I think that some of the new features, like the chord track and all of the features associated with that, is huge for songwriters, because now you have the ability to bring in a song, figure out what key they're in, or if you can isolate a guitar track, you can literally have the chord track detect what's being played in the track. So now you can just bring in a song, detect all the chording and stuff, and be able to build your own track from scratch. Being able to import AAF files moves Studio One, I think, into the next level, because it gives you all of the quality and post-production options. It sets up everything from wherever you're coming from, which is nice. There's no thinking involved. And for people that are doing multiple projects and stuff, it's going to be a huge decision maker for those that are trying to go from one DAW into Studio One, because now you can work with clients with other DAWs seamlessly and not have to worry about setup time, and being able to export those files and send it to those people. Some people have the stigma of using a particular DAW. That stigma's gone now, because now you can send them what they need and they don't even have to work at bringing it into their project. Go to Facebook, join the HST Studio One support group. There is also an HST songwriting group for Studio One users. And then there's the main website, www.homestudiotrainer.com. That's the mother site. Everything on that site is free, so feel free to sign up and become a member. There is over 400 Studio One videos, even all the way back to Studio One version 2. If you're still using version 2 and you're still looking for instruction, you can find them there.